Hey, what's going awesome in life? This is Jackie, your sales innovator and influence coach. And right now I'm on day 2 of a training of persuasion, empowering and influencing skills right now in Bhutan. And yes, we have just completed a highly intensive program, day 1, and which we covered quite a number of stuff on the art of persuasion and influence. So check this out. By the way, you should enjoy this really good view outside. Here, let me going to show you. It's yeah, I mean, that's going to give you a great inspiration conducting your trainings here. And I'm looking forward to the participants coming in for day 2 of our session. But anyway, just a quick thought here and something to share here. You know, in yesterday's session, we were talking about this study that was done by Kurt Lewin, and that was of course decades ago, and there was this very interesting study that was done on a group of housewives. And so in that study itself, they were actually trying to do a study to see if, you know, it's possible to increase one's influence through the use of getting people involved in the discussion. And so what happened was this. Now, in this study itself, there were these 2 groups of housewives. Now, the first group of housewives, now they were, there was this group of people who were trying to influence this group of housewives to start taking intestinal meats. But what happened was this. Now, the process of influence was basically via lectures, bringing these housewives through talks and trying to convince them on the why. Even on the why of why they should be taking intestinal meats. But here's what's interesting. Now, at the end of, I think it was a couple of months, now they began to discover that only 3% of these housewives eventually converted to eating intestinal meats. Now, say, Jack, what is this message all about? Now, perhaps you're watching this as a leader, or you are into sales, and you're wondering, what does it take to truly increase your influence? And have there been times you wonder, you know, people seem to accept the ideas that you are proposing, but it doesn't seem to get the results that you want, 3%. But how could we potentially increase our influence by 10 times to a 32%? Now, that's what happened. Now, because when Kurt Lewin brought another group of housewives through the process, not just by going through lectures, but where they were placed into focus groups. They were brought into discussions. They were trying to figure out, they were talking about why they themselves should be going through this change. Now, when people are involved in that influence process, guess what? Influence went up the roof. This time round, 32% of the housewives converted to eating intestinal meats. So, friend, if you want to truly increase your ability to influence, persuade, and empower those around you, remember the key lies in collaborative influence and not basically just trying to convince others to why your theory, your philosophy is the right one. That's all I have for you. This is Jackie signing off, and I'll see you soon.